I'm snagged on our donated picnic table.
Oh, yes.
Hello, welcome. My name is Patti Napolitano, and I'm here with my friend Mary Sidwell at the Watts Center for History and the Arts.
That's right.
Mary is currently holding the position of secretary, but really she holds the position of jack of all trades, head volunteer, and #1 cheerleader for regional history.
Yeah, sure.
And if you want to make Mary light up, have her talk about the wonder that she holds for what people have accomplished.
Yes. Wonderful history.
Yeah.
And, you know, every area has its wonderful history.
Yeah.
I just happen to be here. And I caught this bug from somebody who is really a historian for the area.
Who's really a historian in this area? Because I only meet volunteers like you who just amaze me.
Bruce Yarnell.
Bruce Yarnell.
His mind retains dates, names, places. Amazing. And I was not all that interested before working with him. I mean, I had a curiosity, but...
Whoa. And you worked for him at the Barnesville
Area Development Project.
Oh.
That was when we were doing a Victorian Village project and raising money to buy the depot and the rail line.
Yeah, so the Victorian Village is because in the Victorian era, this was a hotbed of innovation and industry.
Yeah.
And this company, many people today, their parents worked here, their grandparents worked here. This is a major part of
it was a major employer, and people used to walk to work.
And this is off the B&O rail
road.
Right
on the B&O. And there was a siding that came here so that mine cars could be loaded and shipped all over the world.
So they built mining cars to support coal mining enterprises in the U.S. and I'm presuming internationally. Because we're on the national road, so the rail lines would have shipped them to Baltimore.
And probably New York. Maybe if it was going to South America, it would have gone to Louisiana, to New Orleans.
On the Ohio River.
Yeah,
right.
And then the Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Yep. Yeah. I think we have actually seen an invoice that was from a mining company in South America.
Yeah.
So we know that they shipped.
Yeah, we just walked through here, which I encourage everyone who's walking to come and walk through and take a tour with Mary. It's a free tour. All of the income comes from sticking a few dollar bills in the glass jar when you walk through.
Affectionately known as the pig.
The pig. Stick it in the pig.
Yeah.
So you walked through and given me a tour of this home, and I said, wow, this looks preciously preserved. There is not restoration. This place has really been taken care of by people who care about it. And that's also something that's in places with strong culture, and places where you want to raise a family, and places where there's good retention on home values and the school systems are good. Often there's also people who, when they retire, become stewards of the local treasures.
Yes.
So you became a steward of this local treasure.
We are the place where all those things from the attics come.
Yes. The mercantile, the history of things that have been made in this area.
Farming. This was a wonderful area for strawberry growing.
And it's a place that just after walking through deepens my understanding and connection with the areas, because the stories come alive.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And early tobacco growing here. That was a staple. It was well suited for this area and climate, and it was something a family could do on a small scale. And then there were lots of little backyard cigar factory situations, not big. There were a few big, but mostly small operations.
Yeah. And here now we have Amish and Mennonite families, and certainly Quaker families who have more traditional setups like this. But in a large family in a rural area, when you're a child, your dream is to be industrious and to have your own side hustle.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
you're like breeding bunnies for meat,
Yes,
or you're
absolutely.
like hammering stuff out or whittling.
You're out there picking strawberries before you go to school.
And you're learning how to wrap cigars because we've got
Yep.
extra leaves, and you
Yep.
do it this way right next to all the
Yep.
people who wrap them.
Yes, it's a wonderful way to raise kids.
Yeah.
Because and you know, it still happens with the Amish families. I'm good friends with several families, and one gal is just, she's the perfect mom. She has, I think, 8 kids.
Yeah.
And each one of them, no matter what age, knows how to do a huge variety of things.
Well, and she's not living in an industrial society.
No.
She's a perfect mom because she's got a perfect community supporting her. And all 8 of those children have about 35 cousins who are also competitively, I'm going to sell more golden retriever pups than you. There's positive peer pressure in good community support.
And you know, when mom and dad want to go back to visit their families in upstate New York or somewhere in north central Ohio, the kids take care of the farm.
Yeah, and that was vacations for me, was visiting family.
Yeah.
I think that's an Appalachian tradition, is that you go away to find work, and then every holiday and every chance you get, you go home.
Yeah.
And it's always home.
Yes.
So a lot of people here, see, my family is from Salamanca, New York, from that area of Appalachia. So a lot of the people here are from northern.
Well, some of the Amish come from northern New York State. Others are from the big hotbed now is northern Ohio. And land prices have gotten so extreme up there, and taxes. And so when I first worked for the Development Council, we, Bruce Yarnell and I, welcomed a couple, Joe and Elizabeth Yoder, into our office on North Chestnut, and gosh, they were really interested in finding land to buy. And they knew that if they could get a group started, that it would grow, and by golly, it's grown.
Yeah, we've got some wonderful families around here that are really a part of the community.
Super. Really
so
good.
You were working with Bruce Yarnell, and his joy was just infectious about history.
Yes. And I mean, he's impressive because of his memory for detail. I don't have that, but I have the drift, the broader picture now, and it is fascinating. And you know, every once in a while he'll come to a Watt Center meeting with about 15 people in the room. That's a pretty good sized meeting.
That's a lot of people for a historical society meeting in 2025. Well, and he will be out in the weeds and say, here's the thing that we have, and here's why it's relevant, and here's, I've done all of this research, and we can have it be a part of this register. And then you come in with your skills and you say, how can I make this, how can I display this so that it tells a story, so that when the area elementary school art education, you know, the art exhibits are through here, you want them to be able to walk through and see the story of the place where they're from.
Look at this painting. It's a winter scene, and it's round. Why is it round? And it turns out that it was painted on the top of a barrel. So a barrel top was used as the canvas.
Yeah, and you just had a speaker come in and talk about the indigo dyes.
Oh yes, indigo fabric. The company in Wheeling that was started by a wonderful German man who, as a very young man, walked to Wheeling, West Virginia, and part of the way he refused to wear his shoes because he didn't want to wear them out. So, it's a fascinating story. And the speaker is a wonderful local woman who was actually one of the first women on the South Pole as a college student at the Ohio State University. And she is now retired, but her passion is quilting and quilt history. And knowing more about the history of how did fabric get to this part of the country when there was no easy way for it to get here.
Yeah, we don't grow linen. We don't grow cotton.
Well,
Oh, there is flax.
There's flax.
Yeah.
So there was some early small scale, but the calico thing really took off. And Wheeling had a big operation, not just making the fabric, but also doing the dyeing and prints.
So you're a steward for the entrepreneurs of the region.
Oh, golly. And there were so many.
Yeah. And you hold them. They're like your family members.
Oh, they are. It's impressive. And part of what attracted me to the local history is that my heritage is Quaker background. And this part of Ohio used to have a huge number of Quakers who moved here from the South to escape slave economy, and from the East because there was land available.
So they moved here from the South to escape slave economy because you could not work in the colonies without participating in the economy of slavery.
If you were farming, which most people were,
right,
they needed help.
Yeah, and you were competing with farmers who had slaves.
Absolutely. And
if not, you were considered a religious nut and you were threatened because how dare you?
Well, it was not fun.
Yeah.
To be somebody who objected to slavery. And that was one of the basic things about Quakers. Peace, no slaves, abolition, temperance, education for both boys and girls.
Oh, wild.
From very early on.
Quaker, thou.
Yes.
In his image, God created them. Male and female, he created them. Yes.
And they both need to be educated.
Male and female.
Yes.
Not male over female.
Right.
Not female under male.
Absolutely. So every Quaker meeting, group, congregation, in our current terms, every group would have next to their meeting house a primary school. So for the first 6 grades, I'm guessing, there was a place where the kids could go to learn without having to go far, far away. And without the kind of the stigma of, well, my family couldn't afford to send me away.
Were there one-room schoolhouses here?
Yes. Yeah.
Is there one on the Raven Rocks land?
There used to be. It's in tatters, it's pretty much fallen down. But yes, there was one. And I think there was an earlier one there too. And next to Stillwater Meeting House here in Barnesville, there was definitely a little brick school. Yeah.
So, all right, at the Watt Center currently, you're the secretary. There are volunteers who just have the door open if people want to come through.
Absolutely. We take calls from people who say, hey, my aunt's coming, or is it possible to have a tour? Well, sure.
Yeah.
Tell us when it's convenient for you, and we'll be sure someone's here.
Yeah. And as someone who doesn't live in this city or county, and I'm not Quaker, and I don't belong to the Watt Center, and I'm not on the Pumpkin Festival Committee, I've taken it upon myself to try to get foot traffic here during the Pumpkin Festival this September.
Well, it's not hard because there's a 5K run that starts right here and attracts hundreds of people.
So if you're doing the 5K, this is where it starts at the Watt Center for History and the Arts. And what's first place for the 5K?
Oh my goodness. I think it's a money prize.
Ooh.
I don't know much about it.
I would run for money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to get a 17-minute 5K down. I can do it.
They have, everybody gets a pumpkin. Some of the first placement people get little ceramic pumpkins. It depends on the year. Some years the race organizer makes the little trophies.
And
gifts.
Also, when we start the race here, we'll be able to buy books because you have your large fundraiser.
We try not to overlap with the start of the race to draw people away, too much confusion. But we do have the doors open by the time they're eating lunch and they want to come in and see what this building looks like. lots of people come and have never heard of the Watt Car and Wheel Company.
So is the 5K on the Saturday of the festival week?
It is.
But you'll be selling books like
from Wednesday evening of festival through Sunday afternoon.
So that's Wednesday the 24th through Sunday the 28th.
Yes. And the Sunday afternoon that we sell books, it's the bargain afternoon. You can fill a bag.
You could
for $1.
I would be hard pressed to walk out of here with less than 3 bags.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
People do.
And so the book sale is people donate books.
Yes.
You have cash that comes in, and then the cash supports what kinds of programming, because this is like a library. This is not just an empty building full of dusty things.
Right.
This is a center where you host events like the speaker for the Appalachian quilt painter.
Yeah. Oh, there's just so many interesting stories, and our goal is to find people who know that history and bring it alive. Yeah. And one of our favorites is a man who is a complete rail history nut. And he comes in overalls. He puts black on his face. He plays the role.
I want to see him.
He is amazing. David Adair. And he is great. He's done many programs here.
And the Watt Center has meetings.
Yes.
When's the next one?
Once a month, the second Wednesday of every month at 6:00 in the evening.
Are there cookies?
No. We don't really love having food in the building.
Oh, I guess.
You know, it's probably
there's a lot
better.
of really delicate things just sitting out.
There are.
And I have sticky fingers.
So not very often do we have refreshments.
So what happens at a Watt Center meeting?
We hear the minutes from the last meeting. We have a financial report, and then we talk about the current projects.
So we love Robert's Rules of Order.
Oh, yes. And that's something that lots of people don't know much about anymore. So it's a bit of a learning curve. We're a pretty laid back group, so it gets a little chaotic sometimes. People want to tell the story about this, that, and the other. And it's great. I love it. I don't care whether we stick to Robert's Rules of Order exactly, but it's just fun. They're also they're into their specific interests. And boy, you get somebody like Bruce Yarnell bringing in a picture he just bought off of eBay a week ago, and look at this beautiful house. It's no longer there, but when it was in bad repair, I never saw a house that was falling down that I didn't love. That's his quote.
Wow.
Said so he explored that house when it was in bad shape. Went
Love
around
that for
and
him.
Got in the back door and just had a look, which is really fun to imagine.
I shudder to think of his closets and who will have to clean them out someday.
He's learning. His mom is no longer living in her home, and they've had to really clean stuff out. So he knows.
Listen, he knows where to donate everything.
He does.
I'm not worried
That's
about
the
it.
problem. It's all coming here. Amazing. So we talk about projects, and many of our projects in the last, I would say, 10 to 15 years have been reprinting histories that were written long ago about Barnesville.
You really are one of the librarians of Alexandria.
It's true. It's there were books that really only a few collectors had copies of, and years ago the Junior Women's Club had reprinted one of the big history books, and those were long gone, sold out. Maybe a few would come through the antique mall here. But gosh, now we have a reprint of that book in a larger format, bigger type, easier to read. It never had pictures in it until our reprint, and we've added pictures to that book, and it's a treasure. A lot of detail. There's a reprint of a book that came out, I think, on one of Barnesville's big birthdays, probably 150 years ago or something. And it has pictures of all the old houses in town.
Oh,
which is
so many Victorian
wonderful,
mansions.
beautiful. Not all mansions, but there are pictures. And when somebody buys a house and wants to know what's the history, who built this, what did it look like in 1910? What did it? Yeah. So wonderful books that are now references, and that's one of the ways that we keep history alive here, is to reprint books, and there's a new one coming out this fall.
Ooh,
Yes.
congratulations.
Yes, one of our volunteers, Marie Bundy, has done incredible research, and her title is something that's sad, but it's true. The title is Going, Going, Gone, and it's about villages that used to exist and most do not now. And there are some names I've never heard before. Didn't know that this little town was called Pilcher before it was called Newcastle. I mean, it's an amazing collection, little brief stories and good pictures, and it's coming out hopefully in time for Pumpkin Festival.
Oh, that's my birthday weekend. I know what I'm asking for.
See? Perfect.
Well, thank you. We're going to have a lot more talks because we have a lot more things to go through.
Yes, we do.
This has been, look at the sky. What a beautiful day.
It's gorgeous, and it's kind of cool as opposed to the horrible heat.
So many of my students are adults. I actually have a large number of adults, I think, over the age of 60. I've had 4 students over the age of 80 in my community organizing course, and they generally say, well, I'm not a professional, or I'm not an administrator. Right. And I said, oh, you're the executive director. You said, no, I'm the secretary. Like, let us not think that you have to be a pharaoh over the pyramid to make a difference in your community.
We welcome everybody.
Well, and you have done so much in your life.
Oh, well.
So far.
Yeah.
With the best yet to come.
That's right.
We're going to get a little kids railroad put in over here.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, it's going to be great if we can ride on it. By kids, I mean
listen,
us.
This has to be for more than just the little ones. It's for the big ones too.
Yeah. For nice to old hips.
Yeah.
All right. Well, like us, subscribe, and join for more stories. Thank you.
Absolutely. You're welcome.